And so Bitcoin broke through 20,000, falling straight through 19,000, and now in the 18s. What does this mean for Bitcoin? How much lower can we go? And what am I doing in this market? We're going to go through all of that, plus the key levels and what to expect from the macro economy today. Don't forget to smash up the like button. Don't forget to subscribe as always. If you want to trade or buy any crypto, you can do so using BYBIT or BitGet. Links in the description. Get yourself set up on those exchanges with BitGet. You don't need any KYC or any VPN, even if you're in the US. So great exchange. Get yourself set up on these exchanges. Now, as you can see here on Bitcoin, we've started falling out from two patterns, which I want to show you. The first pattern I want to show you is here on this 4-hourly pattern. Now you can see we broke through the neckline of what could have been that head and shoulders pattern, and officially we broke down to the downside of this Adam and Eve pattern. Okay, you can see this is the Adam and Eve pattern we've been sharing with you over the last 36 hours or so. Now, as you can see, we've broken down clearly from that, and the technical price target brings you down to 18,414. Now I'm going to explain why I think we could potentially head lower than that, and that's just the first technical price target. So that's one to watch out for shortly. Now also, let's take a look at the fear and greed index. Sitting at 11, the fear is coming back into the market as expected as you fall below 20. If we look at the wider markets, we can see wider markets are now set up to be down again. Pre-market, you got the Dow Jones down 1.2%, 1.5% on the S&P, and 1.8% on the Nasdaq. So again, a slowing down, and this is going to bring the wider macro economy its worst half year in many decades. So, you know, these are major companies which have been decimated. I mean, think about it. Netflix is down 70%. This is Netflix. Apple and Alphabet are down about 22%. Facebook, Meta slid 51%. These are major blue chip companies moving like altcoins. It's crazy out there. It's really messy, and we know why, right? We've spoken about this extensively. Record inflation sitting at 8.6%, the highest in 40 years. Unprecedented money printing. We've seen the issues to do with Ukraine and Russia at the forefront. That continues to escalate, unfortunately. I mean, look, you can see the headline here first, the biggest tile here on CNBC. Everything was going fine between us. Putin says of NATO expansion. Russian forces withdraw from Snake Island. You then got China's COVID issues causing a whole bunch of issues on the supply chain side as well. So really difficult time. And now we're entering into this environment where interest rates will be increasing and the quantitative tightening will continue. Okay, so really tough time for us. But to add to that, there's more bad news, right? Because Grayscale decided to reject the SEC decided to reject Grayscale's ETF, their spot Bitcoin ETF application. So, you know, surprise, we pretty much knew this was going to get rejected because the SEC has favorites, BlackRock. So, yeah, anyway, Grayscale then decided to go and sue the SEC. So Grayscale will now be suing over this decision. But again, just more bad news here on this Thursday. Also, Harmony Horizon exploit linked to North Korea. So we spoke about the $100 million hack on the Harmony Horizon bridge. This is now being linked again to North Korea. So again, do you have this whole kind of country and government aiming to target these crypto projects with all their sophistication? And what does this mean for the wider space, right? This is another thing that's kind of emerging. And they've gone ahead and put out a $10 million bounty for anybody who can point them to who is responsible. So you're watching and you know. Yep. Okay, so let's get back into the Bitcoin chart because we need to understand how low can this go. I mean, let's bring out the EMA ribbon first of all. And you can see now we went from a period of trying to turn this bullish and we got rejected straight back down, okay? So when we zoom out here on the 4-hourly, the bears continue to be in control. And this is why we have to respect the bears. A lot of people got excited in this leg. It was too early. A lot of people got excited in this leg because you actually flipped the EMA ribbon, but pushed straight back to the downside. So now the question is, what's next? Because for me, I think not only could we be heading towards 18.5, but I've been saying this ever since we've left 17,600. I think that wasn't the end of it. And I think we're going to revisit some of these lows at 17,600, 17,500, and maybe just head lower. Now, if you've not watched my videos explaining why I think we could go lower, I've done a whole bunch of on-chain metrics, I've done a whole bunch of technical analysis explaining why I think we could be heading low and creating another new low just to get that final bit of capitulation. So I'll go ahead and link that up for you guys to go watch, but it's definitely one you want to catch up on with there. Now, let's also come on to this pattern. I want to share with you here, remove that EMA ribbon, is on the broader timescale. you will see that Bitcoin was in this falling wedge. Let's just show you working with. So this is the weekly chart. Now we're in this falling wedge here, this green wedge. Okay. Now if I zoom in a little bit, you will see that within this wedge, we were creating this bear flag. Okay, this is the bear flag. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more to the 4 hourly. There we go. So this is the bear flag. Now, normally with this bear flag, you can see it would be perfectly normal if it wanted to work its way up towards the top side, 25, 26. But what's surprising is the bears have come in even earlier to throw it back down to the downside. So the question now is, where do you go? And again, the technical price target of this kind of a breakdown to the bottom of the wedge, again, sitting at about 17,600. So there's a lot of confluence at that level from different patterns we are seeing. So that is definitely the level I want to be looking out for. Now you can see altcoins are getting completely decimated today as well, because this is, we saw certain days where Bitcoin was down and altcoins were kind of trying to stay stable and dominance was moving in the favor of alts. But today that is not the case. When you lose such a key level like 20,000, which the bulls and the bears were fighting for dear life on, right? The bulls were trying to hang on, but the bears just had too much power. The trend was with them, and they were able to push through 20,000. So now you're seeing altcoins really get hurt, and now you'll see the fear start to come into the market. But this is where I want to start laddering in my buys. So for me, I was not doing any buying once we bounced from 17,000. Once we bounced from 17,000 and started looking bullish, particularly on this bit, when people were talking about the head and shoulders pattern, I wasn't doing any buying in these positions. Now that we've broken down, I'm happy to start nibbling some Bitcoin and Ethereum right now at these points, okay? So for me, I'm happy nibbling. The closer we get to 18.5, I'll nibble a little bit harder. If we get towards 17.5, those buys, for me personally, not financial advice, will be getting a little bit bigger. Of course, if we fall below 17.5, I'll be taking even bigger chunks if we head towards 16,000 in this region here, okay? I'll just show you that in this, if we head into kind of this region here between these two yellow lines, between 17.5 and 16,200. Okay, so that's my game plan. Again, very, very tricky time in the market, but you've just got to stay level-headed. The whole purpose behind these capitulation moves is to get you to panic sell. And ultimately, that's all it's going to come down to. Did you have conviction? And what level was your conviction at? Do you have 30K conviction? Did you sell anything under 30K? Do you have 20K conviction? Do you have 17K conviction? Do you have 15K conviction? Ultimately, the whales want you to sell, and they're not going to go back up until you've sold and until they've taken your allocation. So that's why you need to just have pure conviction in the projects you're buying right now. Again, I'm holding off any small cap projects and any altcoins for now. Whether that's the right decision or not, time will tell. But I'm happy buying altcoins a little bit more expensive once we bottomed out. For now, I need to focus on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and when we get these rare opportunities, when we're wicking down to these lows, I want to be picking some up and staying focused on that. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe. Do check out BitGet and BYBIT to get your exchanges set up. We'll be giving away an iPad with BYBIT once we reach 10,000 subscribers. And I'm randomly going to be dropping some money later today in an account of somebody who signed up using my BitGet links. I'm going to be dropping some random amounts of money into their account. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to go watch this video, and I'll see you in the next one.